whether it's can't play defense or he doesn't pass the ball or he's not a winner. I hear it all. I don't pay attention to it.
Where do you think you rank among the NBA's best players right now?
I feel like I'm the best player.
Put up the numbers, people jump city level. He's unstoppable. Feel like the world against me got me going even harder. Take off like a rocket, I'ma snap it like I'm Harden.
As we get ready for the start of the season tomorrow, we got to talk about the Rockets, who have been a model of consistency and stability in the NBA, holding the longest active playoff streak in the league after the Spurs' consecutive run finally ended last season. But no matter how long you try to keep open that playoff window, it always finds a way to come crashing down. There's already been plenty of drama, but will it carry into the season? Royce Young explains.
Another frustrating start for the Houston Rockets. Goes up inside, blocked by Caruso.
A lot has happened since the Rockets lost in 5 games to the Lakers in the second round. Coach Mike D'Antoni didn't return. General manager Daryl Morey resigned and took another job. Rumors of disgruntlement billowed around their 2 stars, eventually leading to Russell Westbrook being traded, as the clock seemingly ticks on the same outcome for James Harden. Their offseason was basically the 2020 NBA version of how it started, where it's going.
Because of the way they played, they took a Warriors team, fully loaded, 7 games.
The Rockets have been relentlessly bold in their attempt to climb to the top, fearlessly taking on the juggernaut Warriors and audaciously adapting with experimental tactics. But brazen risk-taking can't compute with sustainability forever, and the bell appears to have tolled for Houston. They still have Harden, though. They have hopes John Wall will rediscover his all-star form. They have the bones of a good team in place, and as long as Harden remains, they'll be in the thick of the West race.
Harden's going to wind up in a position where he'll have a chance to win a championship. The Rockets will not.
But with so many questions and a wandering eye from their franchise player, it's just a simple question. How much longer can it last?
Here's the thing, Harden's value on the court cannot be overstated. He is coming off his 3rd straight season averaging 30 points per game, the longest such streak since Michael Jordan averaged 30 in 7 straight seasons with the Bulls. Since Second Spectrum began tracking 7 seasons ago, no player has recorded more isolations than Harden, but he's also been the most efficient on isolations in that span among qualified players. But it might be difficult to find a way to get Harden out of Houston. The 2017-18 MVP is owed over $130 million over the next 3 seasons. The Rockets start the season Wednesday against the Thunder.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.
First question, Cody Davis.
Hey, James, can you talk about what DeMarcus Cousins will bring to this offense? You know, he seems like a guy who's going to be really big, a really big scoring threat down on the low post.
He's very versatile, scoring-wise. You know, he can score from the block, which we've all seen before. He's way more comfortable with his 3-ball. So he's versatile. You know, he's very have different dynamics to his game offensively, which allows us more spacing.
Jonathan Fagan.
James, you mentioned last week that you were in catch-up mode. Where are you in that process now? And do you regret missing that first week of training camp in the 2 games to force yourself to have to adjust to new coaches, new system, new players?
When we keep talking about what I missed, I think everybody, the entire league is in catch-up mode in the sense of, we only had a short time for training camp, so everybody's trying to get into game shape because obviously the season just ended a few months ago. So I think the entire league is on the same pace as far as, trying to get into game shape conditioning. And so we only have 4 preseason games, but I think for us, these last few days have been going pretty hard. We've been playing a lot of scrimmage basketball, going over drills. So we're getting there.
How do you feel about where you are on that process?
I feel good.
Thank you.
Mark Berman.
I know it's only been a small sample, James, but what have you thought about the possibilities now with you and John Wall and what you guys could bring to the table together out there?
His playmaking ability is very, very good. He's getting guys shots. He's getting into the paint. He's drawing, pressure at the rim. which allows everybody to get shots. So he's showing his quickness, and then obviously we got guys around him that are able to catch and shoot and finish the plays off for him.
Jason, what is it luxury to have a guy like Eric Gordon who's fine with coming off the bench, can bring you spark when you bring him in?
I mean, we all see what Eric, we all know how great Eric is, either role, but how important he was, for that 6-man role he had a few years ago. He was unbelievable. He's always, comfortable. He's never in a hurry. Obviously his shot making is elite, and he just being way more aggressive for the last few weeks that I've seen Eric.
Adam Spollen.
James, now that you've been in camp for about a week, do you feel any better about this situation now than you did before you arrived?
Next question.
Kaylee Griffin.
Hey, James, when we talk to you and your accomplishments, you always talk about the work that you continuously put in. In this shortened off season, what were some of the areas that you focused on in terms of continuing to put work into potentially even elevate your game to another level?
I think just like my post-up area, catching the ball lower on the floor, not having it, so far out, all the time, particularly, around the free throw area or even both sides of the block. But, when you need a basket, you need a bucket, certain situations like that is what I've been working on. I think for me, it's always conditioning, is always, trying to be in the best shape as I can, because if I feel like if I'm in the best shape, skill-wise, it's already there, so that's the most important thing for me.
Christy Rakin.
Hey, James, I was wondering, what are your expectations for yourself and for this team this year? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Hello?
Kim Davis. All right, we'll go to Jonathan Fagan.
Yeah, I was just going to repeat Christy's question. She was saying, what are your expectations for this team and for yourself this season?
My expectations never change. Individually, be the best basketball player in the world. As a team, try to get up in the top 3 seed, and always give yourself a chance. That's the most important. If you're in the top 3 seeds, and obviously you're one of the teams, in the game of basketball. But when it comes postseason time, you give yourself a chance on home court advantage.
Thank you.
We'll take 2 more. Jason Bristol.
James, what are your thoughts on Christian Wood? It seems like you guys had a little bit of chemistry, but I assume when you got a big with those kind of skills, that comes easy. Did you get a sense of that at all, or?
Yeah, I mean, very athletic, uses his length very, very well, can shoot the basketball, can handle it and make a play. He's very versatile as a big, and it's a nightmare matchup for guys that, for natural centers that are closing out to him, we're trying to guard him one-on-one.
Mark Berman.
James, along those lines, as you've seen this team try to retool and develop every year, add pieces, what do you think about the pieces they've added around you now going into the season? Christian Wood, all the different guys around you, DeMarcus, John, all in general.
Fairly a new team. There's only a few of us left, but fairly new team, and the guys are putting a lot of work in. This training camp and preseason has been good. Since I've been here, and guys are working extremely hard. I think, from practice to games, the carryover has been great. So, and that's all you can ask for. Guys are listening and competing at a high level.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.